Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our 2022 Beginner's Guide to Slay the Spire with the Defect, and we've moved on to Act 3 with our character. We're going to fight the Time Eater, and I always like to just check in to see where we're at with our character before we go. Now, we have this Black Star, and we've been able to make great use of it, acquiring 3 extra relics as a result. So that is tremendous, or at least 2 extra relics as a result, which is really only 1 net relic, but you get the idea. And we're going to try to get more. So we can, with the path that I've chosen, fight 2 elites before the Time Eater, which is the most we could get. But we do want to be careful and not fight too many elites, because Act 3 elites can be really, really difficult. They can be run-ending if you don't have the right way to handle them fast enough. Like Reptomancer, if you can't do enough AoE quickly enough, you're going to get destroyed. If you can't do damage or outblock the giant head, he's going to destroy your slow character. And we also need to be aware of the Nemesis going intangible. So those are concerns, but we've been very lucky because we do have a Lizard Tail, which is like our get out of jail free. And we got a Mummified Hand, we got some extra energy. So like I said before, with this deck, we have really good pieces. We picked up a Fission. We've got a Ritual Dagger we're making stronger. We have Dark Orbs happening. We have a big Barrage Plus. But we just don't have the scaling that we need, especially for the Time Eater. So that's what we're on the lookout for. Now here's our fight against the Darklings. We had this before with the Silent. We just have to burn them all down and have them all dead at the same time to win. Now, one of the things that's challenging here is that we don't really have AoE. We have a Sweeping Beam, right? Or do we? Yeah, we have a Sweeping Beam plus. Oh, we do have Doom and Gloom plus, which is some, but it's not enough to put them away when they respawn from half health. Electro Dynamics makes this fight a lot easier, but anyway. They're all going to block. So let's just beat up on somebody. If I rainbow, okay, I will generate 3 orbs, and the energy orb, 1 orb will go here, and then we will push once, and then we will push again. So it's like, you know, do I want to spend my energy this turn on a rainbow when I don't need the extra energy from the plasma? And that's a real concern. It makes Rainbow and the plasma don't always get along the best, just because if I evoke this, I will immediately gain 2 energy, but then on subsequent turns I won't get energy. And, you know, that's not ideal. So I'm actually not going to play this right now. Oh wait, never mind. I just remembered something. It's good to be a little bit slow. I'm going to dual cast my Lightning Orb, and then when I get that out of the way... no, that's not going to help me. Never mind. Let's just dual cast the Lightning Orb. Okay, good. So now we got to a position where we can kill this guy. I was going to say I can play this, but it generates 3. I don't have any extra orbs. This is going to get pushed no matter what. So we'll just pass the turn. I'd like to have 4 energy for a little bit longer, or evoke this on a turn when I can make use of the 2 extra energy. Okay, this is fantastic. This is so helpful. What we can do here is... How do I want to play this? I'm going to Doom and Gloom first. Alright. And we killed this one. And then I'm going to chill for 2. Okay. And we got the extra energy. And then I'm going to fission these orbs and draw a bunch of cards. And now we have 7 energy. We're going to sweep. What we really need to get, which we didn't unfortunately draw, was something to give us orbs for our compile driver. So we don't have that. So we're going to just work on one guy. And we're going to leap and defend. And we will take some damage here. It's an awkward fight. If we can upgrade Fission, it'll be a lot stronger for us. Okay. So let's cool-headed first, see what cards we get. Alright, fantastic. Now this guy is going to be back next turn. I really don't think there's any probable way for us to kill both of these this turn. So what I'm instead going to do here is I'm going to compile driver this guy. Okay. I'm going to ball lightning this dude, get as many orbs as I can out, and steam barrier, I think, is the way that I want to handle this. I could barrage plus this middle guy, but ball lightning will get me out one more orb. And now what we're doing is we fully block. Okay? I had my pen nib as well last turn, so I could have taken this guy down considerably. But what I like is I have them all in a reasonably similar range of damage. I don't want to kill this guy this turn, because if I can get some, I could try to kill them all this turn. And I don't want to just put all my damage into this guy and leave this guy unkillable on this turn. Okay, fantastic. This is what I was hoping for, was Doom and Gloom. And Sweeping Beam. So let's see if we can do this. Doom and Gloom and Sweeping Beam is all of our energy, but it is 23 damage. Which will kill this guy immediately. And then this guy will probably get killed by the lightning, and then we'll have one turn where it's just this dude that we have to beat. Which I think we can do pretty reasonably. We will get hit. Let's sweep first. Okay. If I strength potion and I do 24 damage, it doesn't kill that guy. Alright, I just gotta go here. And we're really hoping that our lightning hits, one of them hits this guy. Alright, good. So now it's just one dude. I couldn't figure out a way to get the Ritual Dagger to work right there. And better safe than sorry than trying to be greedy. So now it's just us versus this one Darkling. The Ritual Dagger is in the graveyard. There's no way we can effectively draw back to it. So we're just gonna rainbow and kill this guy. And we win. We did lose 4 hit points, but that's okay. Remember, we have our Blood Vial, so we're going to get the health back. Okay, we don't want any of this stuff. Reprogram is not really a card that is good on the Defect. It's not good because losing a focus is just never good. Making your focus is what boosts or strengthens your orbs, or in this case, would weaken them. And strength and dexterity are just not how you win with the Defect. You win with the orbs. It's very hard to try to make a brute strength and dexterity kind of deck, because the Defect's cards are just not good at doing that. So I don't really like this card myself. We already have a Sweeping Beam Plus. And Tempest, we don't really want to channel it. We have like Rainbow. It's just not what we're trying to do right now. So we're going to skip these and move on. Now, I'm going to go to this event and see what we get here. Okay, we got the Madness event. So, unfortunately for us, we're going to just have to lose 4 max hit points. I don't need to heal and get a curse. I don't want Madness in my deck. I'm just going to lose 4 hit points. This is a kind of a bummer of an event. Sometimes you can make use of it, but not all the time. Okay. So now we get a look at some very interesting choices here. Hello World is not a good power. Again, we've seen this before. It's okay in certain circumstances, but it's terrible against Time Eater. We don't want to add a random card to our hand that we're not going to want to play. Like, you want premium cards, and this isn't really helping us too dramatically, in my opinion. So I doubt I will take that. We have another shop, though, coming up right here, so we can save our money for that. Bandage Up would help us heal, but we have the tail, and we have the Blood Vial, and we have Eternal Feather, and we have Pantograph, so we don't need anything like that. All for One is a powerful card, but how many zero-cost cards do I have? 1, 2... Chill, if I haven't played it, we do have Beam Cell Plus and Steam Barrier and Fission if it hasn't been played. I think in that case, All for One is actually pretty useful for us. We can buy that. And we could buy an Anchor to preserve ourselves on the first turn, but I don't want to do that. I want to save my money to see if I can get some better powers or something in the next shop. This is a very, very nice way to set up the game if you have a slow deck. But honestly, right now, we don't really have the kind of stuff that we want to set up yet. Okay, this is great for us. We're going into another shop. I'm actually going to take the curse. So check this out. We're here, and we're going to immediately go into a shop. It costs 100 gold to remove a card. So this gains us an extra 75 gold if we remove the Regret. It does prevent us from removing a strike or something like that, but it's just extra money that we can use to try to find something good in this shop. I like to get that curse for the extra money when I know I'm going into a shop very soon, and holy smokes, we hit the jackpot. Okay. Amazing stuff here. So we're going to first buy the membership card for 154, because this will reduce the price of everything else in the shop by 50%, which means we can almost buy whatever we want, right? So let's just not forget to remove the curse. I always like to remove a curse if I get it like this first, and so I don't use all my money and then regret the fact that get it, is still in my deck, confirm. Capacitor is a dream. This is exactly the kind of power that we need. We need a capacitor to scale us. We buy this and we're gold. Cultist Potion is actually something I might buy and sandbag for the Time Eater. This is a potion that gives you 1 strength at the end of your turn for every turn. And so the Time Eater is kind of a long fight. So if we just drag that fight out and don't scale the Time Eater until we're ready, and then let our Cultist Potion build up, we basically get a free kill on the guy. Not free, but good. Hand of Greed is terrific. It's even upgraded because of our Molten Egg, which is phenomenal. However, the consequence is it's so late in the run that we really don't... We're not, like, tripping over ourselves to get the extra gold. Happy Flower is fantastic. For 72 gold, it's a steal. So I'm going to buy the Cultist Potion. I'm going to buy Happy Flower. Now let's see what we've got money for. We could buy a Mango to get way more hit points, which is cool. We could also buy a Cold Snap Plus, which is like kind of a bizarre one because do we really need that? Probably not. But it's a cool card. Let's look at the map. Is there another shop? Yeah, there's another shop. We have the membership card and yet another shop, so I'm actually not going to buy anything. I'm actually fine. 14 extra hit points is very good, but I don't need it. Multicast is not what we want right now. Auto Shields is an okay block card, but it's not something I'm falling over myself to purchase. Panic Button is no good. At least I don't like it. And my potions are full at this point. And Claw, we talked about this, but especially at this stage of the game, it's just not a card that we want to be adding. And let's go fight an Elite. All right, so we got ourselves Reptomancer. But the lucky thing is, okay, because of our bag of prep, we drew a bunch of cards, and we get to really set up great. We have Capacitor on turn 1. So we're going to play Capacitor. Remember, our Mummified Hand will now make a card free. And it made Charge Battery free, which is absolutely phenomenal. We want that to be free. We're going to Rainbow, okay, get a bunch of orbs out, charge battery for free. Now we block for 15, which means almost everything. And do I want to compile driver and draw 1, 2, 3, 4 cards and try to get a 0-cost card? Or do I want to ball lightning and evoke this, set this up to be evoked next turn? I think so. I think I want to set up for a bigger turn next turn with extra energy, and then we can even Swift Potion if we need to. So with our Frost Orb, we almost fully block right here, but this is a turn we need to be terrified because Reptomancer is going to have 3 daggers out. And is going to want to attack us for 30. So here we go. We have Sweeping Beam Plus, which will clean out this one guaranteed. We have Compile Driver, and we can zap to get some energy. First things first, I'm going to Strength Potion. I need it in this fight. This is a very challenging fight for us. I'm going to sweep. Okay. And then now I can do 9 damage right here, and we're going to draw 4 cards. I'm going to zap and get the extra energy. Now we have 5 energy. This guy has to die. I don't have a clean way of killing him. I'm just going to have to do it like this and like this. I'm just guaranteeing that I kill the daggers. And then we just do this and we fully block. Alright, so now the Reptomancer will hopefully try to make more buddies. She might attack us again. We'll see what happens. Oh, this is terrific. Okay. This is absolutely insane. Alright, so watch this. We got Barrage Plus. Remember, we wanted Capacitor also to boost up our Barrage Plus. We did drink the Strength Potion, so it's 8 damage for each orb. We have 5 orbs, so we're talking about 40 damage for this. But why not, excuse me, make her vulnerable? Right? We have Beam Cell and Zap in our graveyard, which costs 0, and the all-for-one that we just bought, if we do this right here, we'll recall those to our hand. Oh, darn. I couldn't have timed it differently. We have to play Barrage without Beam Cell because, I mean, darn. It's like embarrassment of riches. We got Pen Nib, so now we're doing 16 for all 5 of our orbs right to the Reptomancer's face. So here. Now she's at 74. This is too vulnerable. We'll zap her. Now, I could Fission and gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy, and then draw 5 cards. What cards would I draw? Yeah, it's worth it. We could get, like, Ritual Dagger. Ritual Dagger and Doom and Gloom is actually... We might have lethal right here. Let's see. Oh, we're so close. If I dual cast this, it'll hit for 12, and then we Ritual Dagger. Yes. Okay, perfect. Let's dual cast here. 1, 2, and then Ritual Dagger. We upgrade Ritual Dagger, and we killed the Reptomancer. Now, I might not have had to use that Strength Potion, but I just... You can't let that fight get away from you. If those daggers survive and she starts blasting your face, you're dead. She does so much damage. We got Meat on the Bone, which we really don't need this. It's just more healing. We got a Sundial, which is fantastic. Potion of Capacity, we will save this for the Time Eater. So now we have Potion of Capacity and Cultist Potion to use on the Time Eater to wreck it. And then we will look at these cards. It's like, do I want another Fission? I actually don't think I do. It's not that great against a Time Eater, because getting a bunch of cards to play is not really how you want to do that. You want to make a bunch of orbs and scale slowly. Charge Battery Plus is actually really tempting. I don't have a lot of great block. to be perfectly honest with you. I have reinforced body. Leap is no longer great. I'm going to take a charge battery plus. The energy is just so good from it for us. We need energy. All right, so we got a Orb Walker. This is another fight where it's like this guy is going to get 3 strength every turn. He needs to be killed immediately. There's just no getting around it. Capacitor, okay, we make a card free. We made Ball Lightning free. How about that? That's pretty tremendous. We'll Cool-Headed Plus to draw some cards. I just wanted to see what we could get. And Barrage Plus is... we could Barrage Plus and then Fission, I think, is the way to handle this. We'll chill. We'll Rainbow. And... do I have anything that's... nah, I don't. I mean, I could just do this, and then do this, and play this. And we're almost here. Oof, it's so brutal. I'm going to play this anyway, even though it won't level us up, just so we kill the guy next turn. Get out of this fight easily. No reason to make it harder on ourselves. And, oh yeah, he also puts burn cards in your deck, so, you know, he's just hurting you the longer the fight goes. So let's just get out of here. Go for the Eyes Plus is a card I'm going to take right here, because it's a good strong card, but we also have an all-for-one. I don't want to bloat our deck too much, but even against Time Eater, who likes to do multiple hits, weakening him is a huge way to mitigate his damage, so I think that's a strong card. Alright, what shop do we get? Oh, yes! Ooh, it's coming around. Okay, beautiful. We got another Capacitor. I'm buying that right away. Now we have 176 gold. Honestly, picking up this membership card is just so sick. Whenever you see this, even though it's late in the game, we ended up getting to go to a bunch of shops with a decent amount of money with it. It's so strong. How about a 12 gold Ball Lightning Plus? I'm gonna buy another Barrage Plus, I think. Ink Bottle, I'm not enthused about. Orichalcum is actually good. It's a definite consideration. I'm probably going to buy this. Orichalcum is one where it's like, if you end your turn without block, you get 6 block. And that means you can't play any block cards during your turn to take advantage of this. But if you don't have block cards and you have Frost Orbs, okay, your Frost Orbs will not block this. Like, this will go off. Our plated armor will also go off. So if we have this and plated armor, the thread and needle stacks nicely with this. It'll give us 10 block, provided this is at full. And then our Frost Orbs will go off. So, you know, we have the Capacitor Potion. Now we have 2 Capacitors. If we have a ton of Frost Orbs out, we could just generate passive block with this. I think it's very good. I don't think I necessarily have to have a second Barrage Plus, but it's going to be so good for us with this Ritual Potion for just annihilating the Time Eater. I'm going to take it. And I'm going to remove a Strike. And we're going to go. Awesome. Now we're doing really, really well. Okay. So we get a Letter Opener. Letter Opener is just a terrific AoE. Every time you play 3 skills, you get 5 damage. I mean, it hits single target as well. It's just a very, very nice extra damage card. Now here comes the question. Do we want another Elite? Yeah, I think we're totally ready to take another Elite and get a second relic from our Black Star. But which way do we want to go? If we go this way, we get a Fire, a Hallway Fight, an Elite, and then 2 Hallway Fights. It's pretty unavoidable for us to have to take a bunch of Hallway Fights here. So let's just go here and upgrade a card. I'm going to start upgrading my Capacitors. I could upgrade Fission, but I want to have full orb slots. This way this way guarantees 3 Hallway Fights, and this way you might avoid one, so I'm going to go this way. Okay, we got Nemesis, which is actually probably easier for us than the head. But honestly, once we get these capacitors out against the head and are playing Barrage Plus, he goes down. So we're going to capacitor right away. And Rainbow. We compile driver to see what we get. It's pen nib, God, and because of pen nib, so we can Barrage Plus this guy for a bunch of damage on the first turn. And then also, I'm going to Vision on this turn because he is, we can hit him. So let's just take advantage of the fact that we can hit this dude right now. I'm going to play a free defense. It triggers our letter opener. I'm going to Doom and Gloom this guy. I'm going to then all for one. We will get, we won't get back anything. It doesn't matter then. Let's just all for one his face and then Ritual Dagger him. This will prevent our Ritual Dagger from leveling up, but again, against elites, I'm not being greedy. I'm just going to do as much damage as we can. And we did 125 damage to that guy that turn. Now you're going to see the power of... well, never mind, I lied. You're not going to see that. Well, maybe. Let's see what you can see. Beam Cell. Cool-headed. Chill. We're about to take a ton of damage. Like, he wants to do 45 damage. I'm going to drink a Swift Potion. I'm looking for exactly this card. Go for the Eyes Plus. This is another reason we took this. His damage will go down to now 33 against us. And we can block a considerable amount of this damage. I'm going to do this, and we'll reinforce body. And so we will block. We'll take some damage, but not very much. I'm not going to dual cast this right now because he would take only 1 damage from it. And really, we're just looking to build this up and kill him. Alright, so we took 4 damage. And here we go. Capacitor. Free stuff. Zap. Compile driver will draw us 3. I think we just kill him right here, don't we? 9... 36. Ball Lightning Barrage Plus is, I think, game over for this guy. It is. Okay, and we got gold. We got a Juzu bracelet, which this is okay. It'll make question marks even better for us. So we do actually have a question mark coming up here, and now we guarantee that we won't get a hallway fight there. And it's our last question mark. So, And we upgraded our last 2 strikes, which is not great, but whatever. I think a double energy plus is pretty tempting. But I'm going to take cool-headed plus instead. It's time eater. It's not like playing a bunch of cards is going to be the secret. We could give the golden idol to get a bunch of money, which is cool, but there's no shops left. But then again, the golden idol isn't doing anything for us anyway, so might as well just do that and just throw the head in and get a whole bunch of cash that we can't spend. Might as well end the game with a bunch of money. Okay. So we still don't have the best AoE, but drawing Chill in the first hand is kind of cool. How do I want to handle this? I'm going to Rainbow Plus first. And then we're going to Chill. And then we'll just hit this guy in the face. We'll Cool-Headed Plus. And we can weaken this guy, I guess. And let's just go ahead and play the letter opener. So we go Defend, Leap, and hit him with the letter opener. So there's a little extra AoE. By the way, if you have Reinforced Body at X and you have 0 energy, you can still play it, and it counts as a skill to tick up your letter opener if you need an extra one. Okay, how do we want to do this? This is going to be a odd situation. Okay, we'll play this. We got Barrage Plus for free. So what that means is we can kill this guy to mitigate the incoming damage. Then I can... Melter would do 14. I can Melter Ritual Dagger this guy to kill him, but I'm just going to Fission first. Okay, Capacitor. Yep, we got Doom and Gloom for free. Terrific. Play that. Cool-headed plus... Okay. I'm going to Ritual Dagger this guy. If I kill this dude with Ritual Dagger, it does not level Ritual Dagger up. It doesn't count as being fatal against the Darklings unless you are winning that turn, basically, unless it's the last one, if I'm remembering correctly, unless they changed it. But it doesn't count as killing it because you're only putting it into its like regenerative state unless it's the last one. I'm just doing this to equally weaken the guys. So that they're easier to kill next turn. Now I'm going to do this. I'm not going to play... Defend, I guess, is the same as Orichalcum. Oh, but we will trigger our letter opener, so it's better. Great. So we are going to take damage this turn, but we will kill them in next turn, most probably here. All right, let's go. Yeah, perfect. 1. Dead. Tremendous. Yep, I'll take another Barrage Plus. I'm just gearing up for the Time Eater. I'm just going to disrespect him when we get there. This is a hard fight. Don't like to see it, but we get some cool stuff. First of all, we'll weaken him. We'll Cool-Headed plus this dude. And we full block with Orichalcum, so we don't need to play any defensive cards. So we get to do some of this. 1. Oh, wait, let's do it like this for Pen Nib. 2. Pen Nib this one. And one more time. There you go, buddy. Alright. So hopefully we can kill this guy really quickly. This turn, oh no, he's not constricting us yet. Okay, interesting. Let's Compile Driver. There we go. This is what I was looking for. Capacitor. Okay, how many zeros do we have in the discard pile? Just go for the eyes. It's actually interesting because if I want to fission... I don't have to play this first. Yeah. Let's just Barrage Plus first. Then we will fission. And we can... All for one. Go for the eyes. Sweeping Beam. Ball Lightning. Dual Cast. And we'll fully... Oh, Letter Opener. Do it. Alright. We fully block... No, we don't. We are too short. I forgot we don't have the Frost Orb. So we do take 2 damage against this guy. That was egregious. No reason to have done that, but we do get to level up Ritual Dagger, so why not? Alright. And our last card... Do we want any of this? I'm not going to have a problem with the Cool-Headed Plus in this fight with the Capacitor. Alright, we Smith, and I'm going to boost up my final Capacitor. I don't think I need to do this because we have this potion, but I want to have max Orb slots against this dude. Alright, here it comes. Interesting. Alright, so he's doing 26 damage right off the get-go. Okay, so we're going to drink the Ritual Potion on turn 1. And now our strength is going to start flying up. We're going to play Capacitor. And we're going to drink this. Alright, now we've got a bunch of Orb slots. And we will Compile Driver. And we have Pen Nib on. I'm actually going to save Pen Nib. Charge battery, defend. That's 21. There you go. I'm going to pass. What you have to do with Time Eater, okay, is this. This is our first time fighting him, so let's break it down. Look at the bottom. You see he has this ability called Time Warp. Whenever you play 12 cards, your turn ends immediately and he gets 2 strength. So he scales up based on the number of cards that we play. He's going to hit us and he's going to bop us with a negative status effect. So what you want to do at the beginning is just block and try to set up until you want to start fighting him. The other key about the Time Eater is once you take him below half health, he will call you foolish and then heal up to half health and be stronger. And so what you have to be, he will purge all debuffs as well. What you have to be aware of is this. If you take him down to like 1 hit point but don't kill him, he's going to heal up to half. So you want to be ready for that moment. And we're going to try to be ready for that moment, but with our ritual potion and just kind of hang around and block. I'm not going to play any of these cards right now. I'm saving my pen nib for a ton of damage. He put this debuff on us, which means we draw 1 less card, which is annoying. I'm really... God, I have... What? How many cool-headed pluses did I pick up? 3? Come on now. And a rainbow. Let's find those. Let's compile driver. I used my pen nib just so I could get here. We're going to weaken him. It absolutely annihilates this dude. Do we have any 0 cost that we want to play? Fission, but I don't really want to do that right now, do I? I have 10 block in my pocket. I'm really thinking about what I want to do. I'm going to pass. I'm just going to take some damage here. I'm not going to hit him. I'm just going as slowly as I can. I want all of these to be filled with frost orbs before I give him any strength, is my plan. Okay, getting sort of closer. Rainbow is a good start for frost orbs. Then let me sweep, try to draw a card. Not that. Steam Barrier is fine, you know. We will fully block. Now he's on 10. I hate to play any of these cards right now because that means the next turn, the only card I play, he's going to end his turn. End my turn. So I'm just going to pass. We take 1 damage. And I'm really looking for cool-headed. I just want to get my block in play. Capacitor would be fine too. Alright, we got an extra energy. Alright, well... Luckily, he's not attacking us this turn, so we play this, okay? And then he's at 11, and once we play Doom and Gloom, he's gonna... This will happen. He gets 2 strength, our turn ends, okay? Another way we can beat him is we've got these dark orbs that are, like, buried. Oh, okay, great. Finally, we drew our stuff. Okay. So we're gonna play Cool-Headed Plus... We're going to play Cool-Headed Plus. We're going to play Chill. We're going to play Cool-Headed Plus. All right. So now we have a bunch of block that's like built in. And he's going to do 42 damage to us. We don't have any weaken. So we are going to get smacked right here. We're going to play this to block. I'm going to make him vulnerable for some barrage pluses if we get them. And we're going to pass. So we get hit really hard right here. It's just we're vulnerable, which is why we're taking all the damage. Now we are no longer vulnerable, so he won't hit us as hard. But we need stuff like this. Go for the eyes. Okay, great. Is there anything for 0? Like, do I really want another go for the eyes or a beam cell? Maybe. Right now, yeah, it's fine. Let's do that. And then let's just keep these on there. We'll charge battery to fully heal. I'm going to weaken him. He's at 10. So we can flip him right now if we really want to. I'm just going to flip him right now to end the turn. Alright, so he's stronger now, which is not ideal for us. But here we go. Pen Nib is at 8, right? So we Doom and Gloom. And this is what we're talking about. Don't forget that we've had Cultist Potion ticking away. You see that our strength is up by 6. Our Barrage Plus, he's berserked. It's going to do 36 damage per orb. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 orbs, right? So we're doing 360 damage to the Time Eater, and we're going to kill him right now. You're not even going to get to see Phase 2 because of Pen Nib, Cultist Potion, Vulnerable, and 10 orb slots with Barrage Plus. This is the plan that I put in motion for this fight. I saved the Cultist Potion. I bought it early, saved it for this fight. Got capacitors. We never even got a defragment. You never really got to see me use powers to strengthen my orbs beyond more of them. But because we knew the fight, we could build our deck to handle it. And this is what you're going to learn as you play Slay the Spire. You're going to just understand what fight is coming up in terms of the elites and the bosses, and you're going to tailor your deck to handle it based on your increasing knowledge of those fights and the cards that you have and the way your character plays, and how all of that synergizes with the relics that your character has. So we made all kinds of decisions knowing that, okay, we've got Pen Nib, we have this potion we can use, we were able to get a bunch of powers to improve the amount of orbs. Let's do this. I took 3 Barrage Pluses for that exact reason. You probably don't want that many, but I knew I was fighting Time Eater, and I was just ready for it. Also, as a backup, we have these Dark Orbs just sitting here, which we could eventually get to, but we just didn't need to. So we leaned on our Black Star to get a bajillion relics. You see how many relics we ended this run with. We were able to win with a deck that only had 2 powers. So my prognostication about how the Defect is the class that kind of uses powers the most or has the strongest powers, likes powers the most, was a great lesson in how foolish it really is to make a paradigmatic, categorical statement like that. Because while on the surface it may be true that Ironclad tends to be more attack-oriented, Silent tends to be more skill-oriented, and maybe the Defect is like orb and power-oriented, you can see how the game dictates what you get. Like, even if you have a plan in play and an understanding of your character and something that you like to do, you might never be offered that throughout the course of the run, and you have to adjust accordingly. You might play Ironclad and like just not get the stuff you want and get a really power-oriented deck where you're blocking a lot and using Shield Slam, you know, and you're not doing what you normally would do. Or you might get a Silent deck that is like a poison deck that wants to block and use footwork, or maybe not. Maybe you get a Shiv deck going that doesn't care about blocking in the same way and uses different powers. And here, for the Defect, we ended up with a deck that relied on its orbs and scaled them by getting more of them and getting dark orbs and having enough relic synergy to push us over the edge. So it's just, that's what makes the game great, is, you know, the best laid plans of mice and men, you know, often go awry, and there are no plans. You can only do the best with what cards you're offered, what blueprint you get in terms of the pathing options available, what bosses you get, what relics you get, what potions are available, how you roll in terms of the RNG during some of those fights. Like, all of this comes together to make every run unique and challenging. And it's why I keep playing the game. It's why I love it. And look at this ridiculous maximum. By the way, 10 orb slots is the maximum that the Defect can have. You can't have any more orb slots than this. And so we got max orbs, and we just rolled. We did great. All right. Well, let's hit the heart in the face. Bam. And we have now cleared with the Defect. So we say victory? Nope. But we now unlocked Ascension mode with the Defect. We got some new cards with the Defect. Echo... Oh, this is hilarious. Okay. So one of the powers I was relying on seeing or hoping to see was Echo Form, because it's one of the most busted powers in the game, in my opinion. It's so good. It's my favorite form that you can change into in the game for all the characters, and it's such a strong card. And I was also looking for Equilibrium, but I forgot I'm playing Defect at the beginning. I didn't even have access to these cards. So your options are gated until you fully upgrade. That's funny. Okay. I'm like, where's my Echo Form option? You know, where's Equilibrium? What's going on? They weren't in the game. All right. And now we hit the final piece here of the keys. Okay. And we have unlocked the Watcher. And next time, we'll go ahead and pick up the Watcher and see what she's all about. She is excitingly and expectedly, perhaps, completely different than the other three characters, and just a wild character to play. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this educational, and I hope you're enjoying the game. Please post any questions you have in the comments below, and I'll check you next time when we work on the Watcher and explain this character and try to clear for the first time with the Watcher. Take care.